Okay, picture perception discussion. Anybody, any doubt about whatever you have learned till now, heard till now? No. Okay. Now, picture perception test is a test which will be held immediately after your OIR. You'll get a small break, probably you'll get lunch also, but after that, you'll come for picture perception. What actually happens in picture perception is what I will tell you now, and I'll also tell you how to handle it, how to answer it, and how to take your battle forward. Right? Yeah. First question is, you will be shown a hazy picture, right? Hazy picture in the sense, things will not be very clear. It will not be a Eastman color wala proper photograph. Nahi hoga. It will, why do they show a hazy picture? So that there is a lot left for your imagination. There's a lot left for imagination. You can think and put whatever characters you want to put inside that. And if you want to put some characters outside the picture, you can add them also in your story, right? So the picture will be hazy and you will see it for 30 seconds. 30 seconds is a short time if you look at it in one way, or enough time if you are quite comfortable with what you see. And you will get a story to be written in 4 minutes. 4 minutes to me is a very short time. You can write a maximum of 8 lines, right? 4 minutes, you can write 8 to 9 lines. Why I'm telling you that you can write 8 lines is I will also tell you what all you should write in that story. So in these 8 lines, mentally you should be prepared. 2 line मैं ये लिखूंगा, 3 line ये लिखूंगा, 2 line ये लिखूंगा, 1 line ये लिखूंगा. So you can make out as to how we are going to fill these 8 lines. Is everybody with me? Great. Now, after you write the story, your papers are collected, then you'll have a small break. Then will be, the procedure is not what is important. Procedure is something which they can change and you can go and learn there. What is important is how do you write the story? How do you imagine the story? I will tell you how to do that, but that is what is important. And then this is followed by a discussion amongst what, 20 odd people, like the way Ram explained to us the other day. 20 odd people will sit down. First, you will narrate the story. Jo aapne wahan likha hai, you can narrate. And when you're narrating, remember, if your story is incomplete there because of paucity of time, you will be allowed to narrate the story here without a problem. Right? You can narrate the story. With me so far? And once you narrate the story, all the 20 stories or all the 20 children will discuss as to what is wrong with one story and what is right with the other story. And once they discuss, they'll arrive at a common story. And once they arrive, one of the candidates will be nominated by the 20 itself. The observers will not nominate. Amongst the 20, they will nominate and say, "Chal bhai, tu bata, kya story hai? The common story kya tha?" So he will narrate the common story. Is everybody with me so far?
Yes, sir.
So, can I have the...
Hello.
Hello? Hello, sir. Can I have the next slide?
Yeah. It's up.
Oh, one second. I don't know how to get rid of this. Okay, sir. Okay. Yeah. So it is talking about what is seen in when you write a story. So without looking at the slide, can anybody tell me what is that chap expecting out of you? He's seeing as to how good your imagination is, how good your intelligence is. Are you imaginative or are you one of those guys who's run of the mill? Matlab, agar do log, we've seen a lot of these stories. If a boy and a girl are walking, the only thought that comes to majority of the people that they could be probably having an affair. Pardon my saying this. Are you one of those run of the mill thought guys, or are you more imaginative, or are you more compassionate in your thinking? Is what they're going to see. Intelligence and imagination. So that will bring you to a sensible story, right? And after you write the story, they're also looking at your self-confidence when you're going to narrate the story. Ram was telling you about some children who were unable to narrate the story because of they're not able to form the English sentences that they wanted to say when the instructor or the assessor will say, "Okay, sit down, don't worry. Okay, next one." Do you have the self-confidence? Do you have the uh, I'll not say the guts, but the confidence in you to narrate the story that you wrote there. Right? Power of expression, very important. And I'm sure you guys are going to really modulate your voice and break all hell loose and just go ahead and bang on and just say whatever you want to say with authority. That can be said when you feel it, right? And your story also will show whether you have the urge, motivation, and zeal to perform. As discussion goes on, whether you are socially adjusting with the other 19 people, that you have concern for others. What about social effectiveness? देखो एक आपका 5 मिनट में और 20 मिनट आधा घंटे में जो आपका परफॉर्मेंस है उधर पीपीएनडीटी का डिस्कशन में, he is seeing so many qualities in you. So these qualities will not be visible to the other person unless you make an effort, firstly, to build them into you, and secondly, to show them to the people that you are showing. So you have to have an effort, make an effort to show these qualities to the other person, to the other team that is there. This can happen when you practice in a daily manner. When you are with your friends, sitting, having a coffee, chatting, doing what, even in your WhatsApp groups and in your discussions that you have on the phones and all, your concern for others should be visible. This cannot happen. This cannot be pasted on somebody. This has to come from within, right? And you're able to lead the group. When you lead the group, like I was giving an example the other day, let's say one boy is quiet and he's not talking. You get into the group and say, okay, gentlemen, just stay quiet. We've not heard 14 speak at all. And we hear this part of the story. Nobody will scold you for that. You are, don't do it so abashedly, don't do it so openly lage ye point score karne ka koshish kar raha hai. But if somebody is really struggling, if you help him, there is nothing wrong. Are you able to lead the group in a positive direction? And of course, to influence the group to select the final stone. Right? So this is what they're seeing. Now, if you see, except the first one, all the other 6 are being seen when you're performing on the stage, when you're facing the guys, narrating a story, and acting in a manner which will be talking about your social effectiveness, right? Adjustment effectiveness. Next slide, sir.
Done.
Okay. So when you write a story, please write a positive story with a leading character. The picture will be negative, right? If you are later on when we go to your thematic appreciation, see, there will be 12 pictures. Out of that, probably 7 will be negative, 3 will be positive, and 1 odd will be neutral, and the last one is generally a blank, where imagination, bilkul, you can make it run wild. So we'll talk about the blank picture later on, but now write a positive story. What is a positive story? A story wherein a problem is getting solved. And what is this problem? A problem which is live, which happens on a day-to-day manner, which you have see happening in your college life, in your daily life, in your life when you travel, you are with your friends, with your family, wherever you are seeing problems that are there, right? Every problem doesn't have to be your problem. You're seeing somebody else having a problem. You are now trying to find a way to solve that problem, right? So write a positive story and bring a problem in the story. You have to bloody bring a problem because the problem will solve. So you have to have a problem in the story. You look at Bahubali 1, that gentleman, he was with his mother and with his village and everything else. He had a king, he had a problem. He said, so that's why he went up.
Voice is beginning to deteriorate.
Okay. Can you hear me? Hello? Can you hear me now? Okay. Right. So I think the phone went a little away from me. No, but I'm using a phone. Anyway, so you have to find a problem story and you have to bring innovative ideas to solve the problem. Innovative ideas in the sense, an idea which will not come in the run of the mill. Like I probably show you a picture, I might not, where one guy is addressing 10 farmers, right? The moment you see a farmer, you still should not get stuck with ki usko MSP nahi mila or something like that. You should look at an innovative thing. How is the farmer trying to probably develop his farming skills or bring in new techniques into farming? or whatever. Matlab, there should be something which is ahead of what is happening. And this can happen only when you're up to date with your current affairs knowledge, when you're up to date with the initiatives that the government is taking, when you're empathizing with the guy. If you are a farmer's son, or if you've been in the farmer family, you will know, yeah, this is the problem which my dad always had. I will try to find a solution to that. So you have to bring an innovative solution. And most importantly, end the story properly. End the story. Now, every story doesn't have to be a comedy or something which is finishing without a tragic note. It can finish with a tragic note, but end the story. Don't leave it vague. बीच में मत छोड़ देना. If एक दूजे के लिए was successful, I'm sure you must have heard of एक दूजे के लिए, it was because of the sad ending. Right? So, story can be ending in a tragic manner, but end it. Right? I hope you can hear me, sir. Had a blip. Okay. Now, the story must represent you, how you think, how do you react in the situation, because it is your mind that is being converted into a story through this PP and DT and through the discussion that's going to happen. So it is you. There's nobody else here. You've just been shown a picture. So it is how you will create a such problem, how will you react to such problem is what will come. And include your emotions and feelings in the story. Now, you will ask me, sir, itna kuch 12 line mein kaise dalunga? 12 line mein nahi, 8 line mein main kaise dalunga? There comes your skill. This will happen with the kind of practice that you're going to do. Right? Adding one word can show your emotion. The moment you say Ram was excited about what is happening, you added emotion, you just added one word. That means you're somebody who's excited in life. Right? So one word can give a world of difference to whatever you're trying to say. Let's see the next slide.
Yeah, before that, just a couple of points.
Yeah, please. Chapani.
One is Anurag has to leave the session. He's not well.
I couldn't. Okay. No problem, sir.
But anyway, we are close to 8:30, so
closing.
we do not have time. So you want to just plan the time for the remaining portion of the session?
Yeah, I will. I think I'll complete this and I will do the introduction to the army and leave it. No, why don't we do a group discussion after this?
We should do at least a group discussion, right? We do one.
Yeah, we'll do a group discussion. We'll do a group. If people are ready, we'll do a group discussion. Right? Yeah, immediately after this, we'll do a group discussion, right?
Yeah.
Can I go ahead?
Yes.
Yeah. Next slide.
Yeah. Madam.
Okay. Yeah. Firstly, these are the instructions. Repeating it again. 30 seconds to view the picture. 4 minutes to write. Now, first and foremost, remember, you need to fill in the age, sex, and mood of the characters you see in the picture. This should be your second line. Then what is the first line? The first line is the title that you want to give the story. Now, you will not give a title in the TAT that you learn later. You don't have to give the age, sex, and mood of the characters in the TAT pick story, which we'll do later. But in the PP and DT, you have to add a title and you have to add the age, sex, and mood of the characters. Now, you don't have to be very perfect. Ki person 1, age itna, person 2, age itna. Just be general. The people in the picture are middle-aged. All of them seem to be male and they are in a jovial mood. That's it. Even if you just put a comma, male, 14 years, jovial, good enough. You have said what you want to say. These 3 things, please do not forget. Right? Okay. Let's go to the next slide. Remember these instructions. I have seen a lot of children, despite being told regularly, repeatedly, forget to write these 2 lines. ये 2 लाइन जो है आपको 2 नंबर देंगे. Like good handwriting will always get you a lot of marks. That's what we learned as children. Make sure those marks which are available for taking should be taken. जो tough questions वाले marks को छोड़ दो. No?
Sorry, will these instructions be there in the instruction booklet there, or
they will be there, but the children will be so traumatized there with 200 children sitting in one hall, they will generally forget to notice it.
Got it.
Please sit down there, please stand up there, don't talk. There will be so many. Why is your bag here? Who's got a purse? Who's got a wallet? So you might People
I
might be
experienced that,
so,
sir. I experienced that.
thanks, Ashish. Thanks for joining. How are you?
I'm good, sir. I'm good.
Good, great, great. So you'll find you'll come across some of the children who have gone to SSB who do not follow these instructions because firstly they are not aware or secondly they have forgotten. And I've always believed कि जो आराम से मिल रहा है वो ले लो, जो मुश्किल से मिल रहा है ना उस पर ज्यादा तवज्जो मत दो, मतलब ज्यादा जोर मत दो, बट जो आराम से मिल रहा है don't forget to take it. Low hanging fruit is what it is called. Please take the low hanging fruit, right? Okay. Now let's go to the next slide, sir. I will show you a picture after this, right? I'll show you a picture. I think I showed you last week. Now, because of paucity of time, I will not waste too much time on this picture. What I want you to do is time yourself. For this little exercise, you can have a watch. Time yourself. Write a story in 4 minutes. Write a story in 4 minutes in your own hand. I don't want a computer answer. I don't want anything else. You can just take a pic and send it to me. You can send it to me directly or you can put it in the group. Put it in the group will be good. Everyone can see your story. So we'll get to know how your story is doing. Right? Is everybody with me so far?
Do you want them to do the writing now?
No, not now, sir. We'll waste 5 minutes.
Right.
I mean, I trust them and I will expect them to sit down on their own immediately after this and write this 4-minute story, but time yourself. Don't take more than 4 minutes and you can't get in 8 lines. I can assure you, you can't get in more than 8 lines. See the picture now. See the picture once again. I'll show the picture to you for 30 seconds now. Next slide, sir.
Started? Yeah. You can start it.
30 seconds, we can skip. Done, sir? Can we go out?
A little more time. It's not at 30 seconds.
Yeah. Okay. See, gentlemen, remember to note the minor elements in the picture. I will not give a hint at this point of time. Note the minor elements, not just the 5 people. Good.
Okay, done. We've given them more than 30 seconds.
Yeah, good. Okay, but you will get 30 seconds in the real sense. Yeah. So I'm talking about what are the mistakes that are normally made. And most of these mistakes you will find are related to the discussion part, not for the perception part. Many candidates feel nervous. 15 to 18 candidates and 3 assessors in the meeting. You have to practice and develop confidence because we are in a stage where we are all virtual, in the sense we're all visible to each other. At this stage, in this particular gathering, if you are feeling nervous to make a point, I can assure you, you'll be much more nervous when those 15 people are sitting there right in front of you. And there will be one odd idiot who will be making a face at you. ऐसे मुंह तिरछा करेगा, ऐसे कहेगा क्या बकवास कर रहा है, इंग्लिश गलत क्यों बोल रहा है, मतलब some shit they will keep doing. You will find those. They're a part of our society. They're a part of our life. You should not ignore them. Right? So you have to only just practice and develop confidence. And I will tell you how to look beyond them. I will tell you how to look beyond them. Don't look into them. Look beyond them. That comes with practice. Right? And some candidates come prepared with a story. कहता कुछ भी picture दिखाओ मैं यही story बताने वाला हूँ. You know the story of the essay on cow? This boy was told in the exam, before the exam, that he has to write an essay on cow. So he went and home and prepared for an essay on cow, and he came to the exam. And the teacher asked him to write an essay on a train journey. He said, like hell, I'm supposed to write on cow. Where did this train journey come from? So he said, I sat on a train, and as the train started moving, I saw a cow. And then he wrote his entire essay on cow, and then he concluded it. So don't be like that, right? Don't mug up a story and go write whatever story, irrespective of what the picture is. Be honest and truthful. The heavens are not going to fall. Some candidates write the story, narrate the story, but do not take part in the discussion due to lack of confidence. Ram was mentioning about some guys like that. Don't lose out on that. Feel proud and strong about everything that you do. Your story is your story. I mean, I'm sorry, sir. We are going to take the example of Bahubali again. If you know the director of Bahubali, he produced a movie called Ega on the minutest thing. And the next blockbuster he produces is about Bahubali, the biggest of the things. So he was just confident about his story and he went through. I mean, one can never imagine that their love story can emanate from a fly. So feel strong about whatever you do. And some of them dominate the discussion. Don't do it. We'll discuss. We'll do a lot more again. Right? So this finishes the PP and DT. And then I will quickly cover anybody, any doubt so far? So let's do the group discussion. Vijay Garu?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. I am low on battery, but if I just get switched off, please don't mind. We'll start the group discussion. The subject I remember was should students take part in politics? Right? Yeah. Just jump into the discussion and take part, whoever.
Sir, once explain about the group discussion, sir. All are not.
Group discussion, low. The point is that the way it is conducted in
all
SSB,
are not talking
I will tell you,
each other, sir. That's why.
No, this is how you will be. You will be sitting in a group. You will be talking. So do not give a 2-minute talk. Just make, if you are the opening guy, make one opening statement and just give one point and let others keep speaking. Right? Like last time in the group discussion, what happened was somebody gave out all the points related to. Right?
Yes,
Here, you're lucky. You're getting the group discussion subject 3 days in advance. There you will get 3 minutes in advance, right? So you will be able to get only 2-3 points in mind. Is everybody with me? So what I will expect is,
yes, sir.
give whoever starts, please make an opening statement and just make 1 or 2 points and leave it. Let the other guys take on. Okay.
And yeah, I would add. So if the opening guy is taking too much time, the rest of you all, somebody should jump in, because otherwise you lose your chance, right, in a group discussion. So don't let the opening guy take too much time. You can interrupt if you feel he's taking too much time.
You should interrupt. You should interrupt. Starting. No one.
Good evening, sir. Sir, I'm Anish. So, I feel that students should take part in the politics. We come across the word politics mean feeling that it is nasty. While someone will do wrong to us, we say that they are doing politics to us. These politics, his word is used in a negative manners mostly, but politics means it's making of policies. Politicians is a person who is engaged in the making of policies. Policies is what we call it is very vital for the development of a nation. When we come across a problem,
somebody should interrupt now.
We need some policies for that. I feel that students should take part in that. Thank you, sir.
Sir, I feel that students should not take part in that because usually very innocent, unwise, so they are not capable enough to take the intense pressure and stress of politics, and so strong minds can be very dangerous when in being implemented by other experienced persons.
Good evening, everyone. The topic for today's group discussion is, should youth take part in politics? As we know, ladies and gentlemen, youth have always been in politics, especially in larger reform movements like Veer Savarkar and Bhagat Singh has also taken part in politics. The benefit of youth taking part in politics, that there will be more fresh and innovative ideas will be coming.
Others, Everybody should speak quickly. Others.
I feel that it is important for students to take part in this because we can eliminate many problems like bribing, corruption, and the major problems we are facing now because we know the ground reality what we are actually lacking of. So when we take part in that, like students take part in that, we make sure everything goes in the right way and most of the problems will be sorted out. Thank you, sir.
Good evening to one and all. My name is Malvika. In my opinion, I am a strong believer that students should have a knowledge on politics, as it does involve society to great lengths. The more educated we are within the field of humanities, we seem to create different perspective of the youth. This could have been great impact on youths. They should be free from channelizing the energetic world like in the right direction towards making a strong nation. Thank you.
Who else? Anybody who hasn't spoken?
Good evening, sir.
Go
My
ahead.
name is Rahul. My opinion is yes, students should take part in politics because they are the future of a country and they are they are aware of all policies and issues regarding our country and they have a vibrant power to run our government. Thank you.
Is everybody done?
According to Sister Malvika's speech, I can say one thing. Uh, the students are getting manipulated by politicians to fight for them, and the things are some politicians are doing the wrong things in the students into institutions, and they are led to the destroying of their institution facilities, and hundreds of peoples are uh, means peoples are they lost their
Teja,
lives also, sir.
Teja, we need to participate in politics because of this. It is wrong. It is going wrong. So we have to stop that. So if we are good at that, we have what we call problem solving skills like policy making. Then we need to
Yes.
take part in it.
Good.
I
I
may
think
But there
disagree
is
with
some
what our friend.
social effects also, no.
I will disagree with what our dear friend Teja has said. As we know, India is one of the youngest democracies, having nearly 65% of the population is under the age of 35 years. But in politics, only 15% of the youths are participating. Only those youths are from political background or political families. If we give monopoly to old politicians, means we cannot change our nation in a very short time. If we want to do that, we have to take the students or the youth should take part in politics.
good.
One more point.
Yes.
Yeah, last point.
By this, I can conclude this topic by saying the students have the right to express and view their opinions in front of a public. And presently, they should move towards making a strong nation. And when and we should participate in some means
One more point, sir.
some
Sir,
what is that problems also. Thank
Okay.
all the citizen of India is given a very good weapon is that is our voting. That is given vote right, right? But until unless we have some idea of politics, we will not go. We will not go through that interested in politics. This is the main reason for the
Hello.
having India very less than 75% of voting percentage. So as it now we have some we should have some idea of that, so we can make that what we call make our weapon useful. Thank you, sir.
Okay, I'm going to close it. Great. This is a much more lively group discussion. So I think now we all are getting the feel of it. So you are commenting on other people. You're even questioning whether the other person said it right. So this is the way the group discussion should go. 2 points. I think normally in a group discussion, people are very fast. They jump in immediately after the previous person. So you guys are still slow. So that you all have to improve. Maybe next class, I will also participate and I'll keep jumping in. So you see how difficult it is. If you are giving it 1 second extra, somebody else will jump in. So maybe we can make it fun next week and I'll participate and
Yes,
keep
sir.
jumping.
It's better, sir.
Yeah, welcome, sir.
Thank you. The other thing is the content, what you say is also important. Don't just speak for the sake of being heard. So they are also looking at whether you're making any sense or just gassing. So you have to be alert and find something sensible to say. I think most of you all were speaking quite well from that angle. So very good. One small point, Ram, when you started, you introduced yourself and said the topic for the day is. So not required unless you're the first person. That's not required. So that's just, it becomes like wasting time. So you should
Yes, sir.
immediately, you'll get very little time. So you should immediately jump and make some crisp point.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Not at all. Great. So excellent work.